What if everything you know about yourself is a lie? Be honest. Have you ever felt like you're not living your own life? That you are just a character in a play written by someone else? That your desires, fears, and beliefs are merely shadows cast by something more real and profound? Allow me to challenge you. Everything you believe yourself to be, your name, your history, your thoughts, your feelings, is not you. These are just clouds drifting across an endless sky. And that sky, that infinite expanse, is you. This is not a philosophical game or an esoteric abstraction. It is the most fundamental, the simplest, and the most stunning truth you can ever experience. This truth will not only liberate you, but also give you the power to live authentically, without fear or doubt. It reveals that the eternal and unchanging is not somewhere far away, but right here, at the very core of your being. Who am I, if not my thoughts and feelings? Imagine you are sitting in a dark movie theater. A captivating film unfolds on the screen. Heroes fall in love, suffer, and triumph. You are completely absorbed in the story, laughing and crying along with the characters. But deep down, you always know that you are not the actor on the screen. You are the spectator. It's the same with life. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness in which these thoughts appear and disappear. The mind is like a monkey, constantly jumping from branch to branch, unable to sit still. It generates fears, desires, judgments, and you mistakenly take this commotion for yourself. But who is watching the monkey? Who notices that it is jumping? The one who observes. That is you. It is the awareness that is the unchanging witness to everything that happens. Imagine your mind is a restless ocean, where waves of thoughts, emotions, and memories constantly rise and fall. But what remains unchanged beneath this surface? The immeasurable, motionless depth. This depth is your true I. You mistakenly identify yourself with the waves, while you are the ocean itself. You identify with temporary phenomena, forgetting your eternal, boundless nature. You don't become free. You see that you were never bound. Some of you might be thinking, but isn't this dissociation? Isn't this a dangerous detachment from reality? Not at all. Dissociation is a break from reality, while what I'm talking about is a return to the very essence of reality. It's not a rejection of life, but a rejection of the illusion that you are merely a part of it. You don't lose yourself. You find yourself. You have always been here, behind the scenes, watching the show. Your personality, your stories. These are just roles you play, but you do not become those roles. You remain the actor who can play thousands of parts, but always returns to their true self. But doesn't this mean abandoning responsibility? Doesn't it mean you should just sit idly by? On the contrary, this, on the other hand, gives you the power to act from a completely different place. When you realize that you are neither the fear nor the desire, you act not out of need or anxiety, but out of clarity and spontaneity. It's like learning to walk. At first, you strain every muscle, afraid of falling. But when you learn, you stop thinking about walking. The movement becomes effortless because the doer disappears. You simply act, and that action becomes perfect because it is no longer colored by personal ambitions or fears. What if your suffering is your own choice? You've probably heard this phrase, but you took it as something to overcome. But what if it's not just a metaphor, but the literal truth? What if suffering is not something that happens to you, but something you do? We suffer when we identify with thoughts and emotions we don't like. When pain appears, the mind immediately adds a story, a drama, a grievance. This is unfair. Why me? I don't deserve this. And in that moment, you, the spectator, get up from your seat in the theater and become an actor in a foreign drama. You accept the pain as your own, and your I merges with this story. But if you remain the spectator, you will see that pain is just a sensation, while suffering is your personal, voluntary commentary on that sensation. You can choose whether to remain in the role of the sufferer or to return to the observer's chair, who simply watches the cloud of pain drift across the sky of awareness. If I am not the body and not the mind, how can I know myself? It is impossible to know yourself as a separate entity, because you are not separate. You are totality, the whole. Trying to know yourself is like a wave, trying to know the ocean by separating itself from it. But the wave already is the ocean. You cannot find yourself, because you are the one who is searching. How then to know? Stop all attempts. Just be. Stop imagining yourself as this or that, having this or that, doing this or that. Stop the endless monologue of the mind. Stop doing something to be. Become simply the witness, silent and motionless. Knowing yourself does not happen through the accumulation of knowledge, but through the shedding of everything that is not you. Imagine that you are a sculptor, and your true I is a beautiful statue hidden inside a block of marble. Your task is not to create yourself, but to chip away everything superfluous. Every fear, every belief, every thought about who you are is a piece of marble that must be chipped away. What remains will be your true, eternal I. It is not a process of addition, but a process of subtraction. It's similar to how we see the sun. We don't see it by itself, but through its light, which is reflected from surrounding objects. But the sun is not any of those objects. Likewise, with your true I, you see it because it illuminates everything, but it remains invisible itself, without form. What if you have already achieved everything you strive for? We spend our whole lives chasing happiness, success, and love, seeing them as endpoints to be reached. We make plans. We work ourselves to exhaustion so that someday we can be happy. But what if you are that very happiness, and all your goals are just attempts by the mind to find it somewhere external? Imagine you are the light looking for light. It's absurd. You cannot find what you already are. The mind creates the illusion of lack to make you run, but there is nowhere to run. This is the main paradox. Your true I needs nothing. It is absolutely whole and complete. All you need to do is stop searching, because you are already at the end point of your journey. Is the witness my true I? This is an excellent question, and it leads us even deeper. The witness is an important stage. It is the awareness that observes the mind. But it is not the end of the journey. Who is aware of the witness itself? Who is the source of the light in which even this awareness appears? The true I is neither the body, nor the mind, nor even the witness. It is the unchanging foundation, pure awareness, beyond time and space. It is not something personal. It is the universal I that hides behind the mask of personality. The feeling I am is a universal feeling, not a personal one. When the mind calms down, the personality disappears, and you see that you never were it. The personality is like a shadow on a screen, and you are the light of the projector. The shadow can be small or large, funny or sad, but it always remains just a shadow, a product of the light. You are that light. And if the light disappears, the shadow also disappears. But does that mean that you, as the light, cease to exist? No. You simply stop casting a shadow. The moment you realize that you are not the shadow, but the light, you are freed from all its drama. Your personality is a kind of template that you have created based on your stories, memories, and beliefs. It's as if you built a house and are now convinced that you are the house. But you are not the house. You are the one who lives in it, and you can leave it at any moment. Why can't I see this? Because you are obsessed with doing. You cling to the idea of making and to noise. You want to know, to see, to hear yourself. But these are all actions of the mind. You refuse to simply be. You want to find yourself, but at the same time, you hold on to the character you believe yourself to be. And that character does not exist. It's like looking for keys that are already in your hand. You cannot find them because you cannot find what was never lost. The true I is not lost. It was always here, but you were looking in the wrong direction. You were searching for it in the mirror of the mind, where only your personality is reflected. You are so used to the noise that silence seems empty and frightening. But it is in this very silence that what you are looking for is found. The true I has no attributes. It has no name or form, no qualities or characteristics. It is beyond being and non-being. It is pure awareness. It is not a thing among things. It is the light in which all things are seen. How can you see the light that illuminates everything? You can only be it. What should I do? Stop doing. This is the main paradox. You don't have to do anything to find yourself because you are already here. But you must make an effort without the doer. This is similar to how water simply flows down a slope, without anyone's effort. This is not inaction, but action that happens not from personal will, but from the very nature of your being. Let go of all notions of yourself and just be. To know who you are, you must first investigate who you are not. Discard everything you can perceive or experience. The body, feelings, thoughts, time, space, even being and non-being themselves. Nothing specific or abstract that you can perceive can be you. The very act of perceiving proves that you are not what you perceive. You are the perceiver, not the perceived. Start with something simple. When a thought comes, do not follow it. Do not judge it. Do not analyze it. Just watch as it appears and disappears, like a cloud. Don't fight it. Don't try to stop it. Just watch. Gradually, you will understand that the cloud is not the sky. When only one thing remains, the thought, I am, hold on to it. At first, the mind will rebel, but with patience and persistence, it will calm down. In this silence, everything will begin to happen on its own, spontaneously and naturally. There is no failure in forgetting, only in not returning. Each time you lose this feeling, just return to it. And one beautiful day, you will find that there is nowhere to return to, because you never left. You were here all along. This is grace, the realization that the effort was just an illusion, and you were always whole and free. So, who are you? You are the very reality that lies beyond the world and its creator, beyond consciousness and its witness. You are the unchanging, the motionless, the truth behind the veil of illusions. One day, when you know with absolute certainty that nothing can disturb you except your own imagination, you will stop clinging to your desires and fears, concepts and ideas. You will live by truth alone, and this truth will become your power. And then you will realize that the greatest delusion is the thought that you need to get outside the body. For you never were the body. You are the immovable foundation upon which this entire, infinite, and beautiful dance of life unfolds. Just be it. Don't search, but find. Don't try to become, but realize that you already are.